Hello there and welcome to TNT Cancels Dallas, My Thoughts. I am absolutely gutted. Point one, I couldn't wait to the next episode. I thought Cynthia Cedray did an amazing job. Point two, New Dallas was doing competitive numbers. They stuck it on the most busiest nights, going up against all the big boys. CBS, ABC, Fox, all of them. And overnight viewers were just under 2 million. On a cable network, that was amazing. Now, what really sealed Dallas's fate was the demos, the adult demos. Now, the demos are kind of the amount of people of certain age groups that are watching. Now, the demos that they were interested in, that fell to 0.4, and I think last season it was 0.6, 0.7. Really good, the demos last year, and that's what kept Dallas going last year. But this is my opinion. This is my opinion about not just Dallas, but how the American networks do this. And how the American networks do this is, if the figures are not right, they just cancel it and get rid of it and then create another show. Now, this is my point. Instead of paying all that money to create another show, why not tweak the show or put it on a more better time so you can get better viewers, so you can make your sponsors happy? It's a nothing. Dallas had so much potential. With the job Cynthia Cedray did, the showrunner of the show, she had brought a lot of attention. It was really popular and it was doing well. Let's not forget, this is not a show about zombies or alien invasions or superheroes. I mean, when you look at ABC's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's been doing rubbish numbers, but they kept it going because it's all part of the Marvel Universe. So what happens now? Dallas has been cancelled. What happens is now that TNT just don't know what they've started. The TNT network have infuriated over 3 million Dallas fans. That doesn't sound like a lot, but these people are threatening not to watch the network, to talk negatively about the network online. This is going to hurt the network. The network hasn't been doing great anyway. I mean, they cancelled a lot of first run shows. I mean, Dallas fans now are doing on Facebook, on Twitter, on every social network, telling people not to watch TNT. They're going on the big pages, like the Walking Dead pages, and they're getting support. Now, a lot of Dallas fans are emailing TNT, begging them to change their mind. TNT are not going to change their mind. Dallas is gone. It's as simple as that. As far as TNT is concerned, it's gone. But Warner Brothers spent a lot of money pushing for Dallas to come back. They own Dallas. Warner Brothers, I think Time Warner owned Dallas. So they wanted it back. They wanted it on TNT. They own a certain amount of the network. And I do believe at this moment in time there is a search to put Dallas on another network. What was very interesting before the cancellation is to listen to Cynthia Cedray, the showrunner, and she had been writing the season 4, and she'd already told us what she was going to do. And she was saying that even though they hadn't been renewed yet, she said TNT really like us. I think she knew she was getting cancelled, and I think that's why she was doing all the interviews about season 4. She's trying to get support from other networks, because TNT have made the decision. TNT will not air Dallas. It's as simple as that. I know how these things work. I know a lot of people who work for networks, and a lot of the, if you like, the little people. So once a network makes a decision, very difficult for it to go back on it. So as far as TNT's concerned, Dallas is finished. But this is not like cancelling a show that's got 1 million viewers and isn't doing very well. Dallas was doing very well. All they had to do was put it on a less competitive time. They started it off in June 2012. It was getting massive numbers, but they moved it because they want. The problem is, the reality of this situation is TNT wanted Dallas to do numbers it could never do, and that's not fair. Dallas was popular enough to have it on another time, another day, for it to get loads of viewers. Sponsors still would have been happy. Advertisers would have been happy. Yes, I love the old Dallas. I love the new Dallas. But if I believed Dallas wasn't doing the business, I wouldn't be on here saying that TNT are wrong for cancelling it. I've had shows that I've loved before, but I've had to accept that they weren't doing the business. But Dallas was doing the business. It's as simple as that. It was a great show. It was working. Yes, I know a lot of the older people who used to watch Dallas had issues with it. But the point is, people have always got issues of anything created because nothing's ever perfect. You know, even a work of art's got flaws if you look at it long enough. But Dallas was working. It was extremely popular with the older fans. It was extremely popular with the new fans. It had a lot of potential, and Cynthia Cedre had developed it and run it in a fantastic way. And I think that what TNT are doing is very short-sighted. I'm really proud of all the Dallas fans are going to different Facebook pages to gain support. I know they're emailing different networks begging for them to take on Dallas. I believe Warner Brothers or Time Warner are already doing that. They're going to other networks. They've been doing it for a while now. Netflix has been banned. You see, the thing is, when a show's cancelled, we get all this, don't we? We get the initial fans getting upset and talking about Netflix and things like that. The reality is, Dallas may not come back on any form for now. The reality is, we might have to wait many years for Dallas to come back, and it will come back because it's a well-known franchise. But if we want it back now, we want Cynthia Cedre to continue what she's doing, we do have to fight. And I think there's been many fans of different shows in the past that have fought for their shows and have won. And we can do it. We can do it. We can garner support. Of course, everyone all over the world can do this, but I think it's up to the American fans. The first idea is great. Don't watch anything on TNT. Even if I was in America, I wouldn't watch anything on TNT. I mean, all I've been watching on TNT is Falling Skies, and I'm not going to watch that because they're giving it a final season, and I can't be bothered with it anymore anyway. But I certainly won't even download anything from TNT. As I say, their decision's short-sighted, but this goes down to something else. The way they count ratings in America is from something called a Nielsen box. A Nielsen box is something that knows, you can plug it into your TV and it knows what you're watching. Now what they do, they give select homes in America this Nielsen box. And then what they do is they do the average of how many people are watching. So it's ridiculous. And that's how the fate of a show is decided. Don't forget, it's not just us that are gutted right now. All those great people, the actors, the camera people, the lighting people, the dinner ladies, everyone who works on that show has now lost their jobs. So this is very serious. So to just gamble with people's jobs on a box given to selective homes in America and then an average counted is outrageous. And the way they measure it up and the way they just binge shows after 1 year. I know Dallas has been around for 3 years, but Dallas wasn't lost. Dallas wasn't in a situation where the ratings were so pathetic. Do you know what I mean? The Dallas ratings were very good. And I never thought Dallas would be cancelled. If I knew this is what they were going to do, I would have made some moves. But I'm saying to every single Dallas fan, don't make this initial thing. Don't give up, because there's a big chance we will end. I've got a little sneaking suspicion that we might end up on the CW. I think that's a great call. Let me tell you why. Even though the CW is very famous for having superhero shows and kind of sci-fi shows and geek shows like Supernatural, one of my favourite shows of all time, Smallville, of course, and of course it's got The Flash as well, and it's already got Arrow. So, but it's also kind of had soapy stuff before, and there's a lot of it's really, the CW is a place for young girls. That's really a great place for Dallas to go. Because the demand on big numbers won't be the same on CW. They'll be happy with a certain amount of numbers, and Dallas is a known franchise. Really, it would be stupid for other networks to turn down Dallas, because it's such a famous franchise and it's done so well since it's come back. Because I honestly do believe this cancellation is beyond balmy, is beyond short-sighted. And you've got to look at TNT's history. It isn't great anyway. To be fair to them, they gave Dallas 3 seasons, which is more than they've given to a lot of other shows. And even the shows they bring are not that great. The shows like Legends, and I thought that looked amazing. Not a particularly great show. You've got the creators of 24, you've got Sean Bean. What could possibly go wrong? Absolutely everything. Waking up this morning to this news, this is worse than being cheated on by my second girlfriend. This is worse than being dumped by my second girlfriend. This is just worse than anything. You might as well nut me. I wouldn't have been in so much. I am gutted because I really thought we'd be back. I love the show, and I mean, I'm kind of done with American TV shows for now. I will watch Gotham, of course. I will watch The Flash. I will watch Arrow. I love those type of shows, but I'm not watching anything else. I'm dropping everything else, and I'm not going to talk about anything else. I'm not going to promote anything else, and I'm going to be telling everyone else who follows me on Twitter, which is just under 700 followers, to do the same. I will be telling those people not to watch TNT, as many millions of people will be doing, because the decision that they have made is beyond illogical. It doesn't make any sense. Where do we go from here? As I say, we keep on fighting. It's not over yet. Dallas can be saved. We'll speak again. See ya.